Well, you can't stop the aging process, but you can slow it down.
Fitness and nutrition expert Jillian Michaels interviewed top scientists and doctors to identify the 6 keys to unlock your genetic potential for ageless strength, health, and beauty.
And you can read all about it in her new book. And Jillian Michaels joins us now. And I hear it was a night out with your younger siblings that kind of got you down this path of the keys.
I know. I have 2 siblings, a brother and a sister in their 20s. And my brother had just kind of had his heart crushed in a breakup. So my little sister and I were like, all right, we're going to take him out. We're going to like be the wingman thing. And I got carded at a bar, and I was like, really? Like, you're kidding? And I thought, all right, he thinks I'm a cop. And I gave the guy my ID, and he was genuinely shocked that I was 43. It was like a year and a half ago. And it got me thinking, like, what does he think 43 looks like? What do we presume that actually means?
Well, and then it repeatedly happened throughout the evening, and then you were flattered at first, and then you're going, okay, guys, like, why are we wired to think that 43 is ancient?
Yes, exactly. Like, what do you presume that it looks like? And why is it, by the way, that some people are 50 and look like J-Lo, and some people are 50 and look 70, and beyond just the outside, how come someone's dropping dead of a heart attack at 30 and someone else is climbing Everest at 92?
Okay. Well,
what's the discrepancy?
Yeah, what are some of the kind of misconceptions? I know you delve into this in the book when it comes to aging. What are our misconceptions?
Well, so we think it's genetic, right? Or many of us do, that it's this foregone conclusion, but there's nothing in your genes that says age and die. Nothing. So why is this happening, right? And why the huge discrepancy amongst one individual to the next?
Well, didn't even you assume some things before this book that once you started researching, you're going, oh my gosh?
Yeah, I actually went into the book obviously without the answers, looking for the answers, and I thought I knew some stuff, but there was a lot that I really didn't know and didn't appreciate, and where weight loss or being a healthy size or aesthetic based on your preference doesn't always intersect with longevity. And that's when you have no choice but to look at these like fad diets, and while something might take weight off you quickly, it's aging you equally as quickly.
Right.
So again, things like keto, there are a lot of proponents, but they're not looking at the whole picture, right? So this book looks at the whole picture, and that's really what the 6 keys is about. It's the 6 body processes that are responsible for how you age, and then how do you make them work in your favor instead of against you?
Well, let's cover and talk about a few of those, including the fact that you're a big proponent of having a fast period where you're just not eating anything.
Well, here's what's so crazy. It's become like intermittent fasting. It's got a name. It's a whole trend, and it's very simple. It's actually been around for thousands of years. It's called breakfast, otherwise known as breaking your fast. It's a fascinating concept, I know, but if you stop eating at, say, 8 o'clock at night and then you wait 12 hours, and if you have serious health-related issues, very advanced type 2 diabetes or something of that nature, they would recommend you go up to 16 hours. But that fast period exists already. It's an overnight fast.
Yeah, I think people have got a problem getting that through their head because they don't realize, well, for 8 hours of that fast, you're sleeping, so you're not eating anyways, right?
Like this intermittent fasting thing, like it's called sleeping for the most part.
Yeah.
And a few hours of not eating before bed, and giving yourself a minute when you wake up in the morning. And the reason we do it is because it basically gives your body an opportunity. It frees up your body's energy to process all the dead senescent cells and tissue. It's called autophagy. And it's really just culling the old stuff and repurposing it, making new tissue, getting rid of the stuff we don't need, or recycling it. But when we're eating too often, even if it's not too much, it inhibits that process of autophagy. So the dead cells build up, and you notice in the way you look and also in the way you feel.
Sure. You also talk in the book about meditation, and I've actually been trying this lately, and my mind wanders after like a minute and a half. How do you stay focused when you meditate?
I gotta be honest, I was so like anti. I just thought it was like a big LA kind of like cheesy. I wear my yoga pants, and I'm stressed out. I got stuff to do. I need that 5 minutes to get stuff done, like not to sit here and think about all the stuff I need to get done. But when you start to study the connection between mind, body, and the concept of neuroplasticity, right, that your brain can literally change its physicality. Parts of your brain can grow or shrink based on the way you think, the way you feel, your brain chemistry changes. And that's why things like stress, depression, sadness are not only linked to longevity, of course, but it becomes a bit like a spider web because you gear your brain physically to be depressed and sad. So things like meditation gear your brain in the right direction.
Ah, okay.
I'm telling you, I was sold. So even if it's 5 minutes a day of just like, you wake up in the morning, you just give yourself like 5 minutes to just chill and breathe. It doesn't need to be perfect. You don't need to levitate. Is that the best time to
do it? Is first thing when you wake up?
Whenever.
Yeah.
Whenever, man. Like whenever you can find a minute. If it's 5 minutes on your lunch break, 5 minutes before bed, whenever you can just take a second and breathe and just chill and give yourself a quiet moment. Doesn't have to be perfect.
And then apparently after that, maybe some sex.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
this is great news.
You know what?
The sex, wine, coffee, taking a moment, all really good for you.
So much better than celery. Drinking the celery.
So, I mean,
2019 is looking kind of up.
Yes, right? It is kind of miraculous how, and by the way, like if you don't have a significant other, that's a private time is perfectly fine.
Hey.
But what it does.
Get to know yourself better.
I'm just saying, like, it doesn't come from me. I didn't personally do the studies, but it improves your mood so tremendously and your brain chemistry.
Rejuvenation.
It's incredible what it does for you on a biochemical level. And how your state of mind and your biochemistry are all connected, a bit like what we were talking about with neuroplasticity and meditation. It has a huge impact.
And guys,
huge impact on you.
This is just the tip of the iceberg here. There's a lot more advice. There's the 6 keys. It is available now. Jillian Michaels, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.